What's that, mate? You want me to make a sub bass in the key of C? Alright, I'll give it a go. Hello everyone, how's it going? It's Banana Fact. Today what we're going to do is we're going to make a sub bass using Vital. We're going to be talking about the different layers I've used to build a sub bass that has some extra harmonics and some extra width. I've also done a bit of post-processing on it, and I've used a couple of little tips which I'm going to be sharing exclusively on a live stream tonight with my patrons, so definitely check that out below. But let's get straight into this sub loop and have a little listen to the bass I've made. As you can see, it's quite a nice weighty sub, and I'm going to show you exactly how I made it now. Preset is going to be up on my Patreon anyway, but you can feel free to copy it here if you have the time. We're going to start off with the oscillator 1. It's a very simple patch, but it's just getting these little balances right that's going to help us to get this like really kind of nice sub bass sound. So I've played in some MIDI in the key of C, and we're just starting off with this first oscillator here, which is a basic shapes sine wave. I've done a couple of things to the sine wave before we even get started with anything else, which is I've changed the phase down to 90 and I've put the random on to 0. Then I've gone on to this envelope 2 here and I've mapped this to the pitch of the sine wave, so we get a bit of a pitch drop at the beginning. We're going very, very short, so the attack is at 0 and the decay is at 0.14 seconds. We've got quite a sharp curve, so we just get a little bit of impact at the beginning of the sub. Then we go into our second oscillator, which is going to create some sort of higher harmonics, and we're also going to stereo these, so we've got a bit of width to the top part of our sub as well. We listen to it on its own. So we've just used the basic shapes again. By turning on this high pass mode, we're taking out all of the low part, so we just get that extra kind of harmonic on top. By turning on the unison to 3, I've left the percentage at 20. Couple this with oscillator 1. We have a nice detuned movement already going on, which is important for getting a nice kind of warm sound. Now to go one step further with this, we're also introducing a third oscillator where I've actually pitched it down 1 octave, starting again with basic shapes. But this time I've decided to unison the hell out of it, so we've turned it right up to 16, put the percentage onto 20. So we end up with this really kind of crazy wide low sub, which is kind of counterintuitive in a way. But then we're putting on this formant scale, and that again just messes with the wavetable, so we get these kind of extra harmonics. And I've just adjusted it here. I've set it to like 79%. Now this is going at the same phase as the first oscillator at 90 here. You can see the second one here is actually different. It's at 180. And I've just played with the position of the separate waveforms so that I can blend them together in the best possible way to get the most impact. You can hear by adding in that third oscillator, we've actually kind of increased the kind of texture of the sub quite a lot, giving it a bit more of a dirty, growly sound. And then just to finish it off, we're literally just putting on a bit of distortion on the soft clipping, driven it ever so slightly, 0.3 dB, just sort of mixed it in around halfway. It just kind of gels everything together. What I've gone on to do is a bit of post-processing, some quite important tips, but I'm going to save that for the Patreon crew on the live stream tonight. So definitely feel free to join us if you want to learn a little bit more with me. And I appreciate you watching, and I hope you still learn a bit about how you can use Vital to make a really fat sub and sort of layer it up with different oscillators. So peace out, have a wicked day.